So this question says a food company reduced the amount of salt in one of their products from 700 milligrams to 630 milligrams. What is the percent decrease in the amount of salt in this food product? So this problem deals with percent increase and decrease. More specifically, this problem is talking about a decrease because their food was 700 milligrams of salt, but they reduced that to 630 milligrams. So we want to figure out what is the percent decrease. So the key thing in this problem is we need to know our little problem or formula, whatever you want to call it, to solve percent increase or decrease. So what that is we have our new amount minus our old amount over our old amount. So, that's a lot of words. If you want to think of it in a shorter way, we have new minus old over old. So let's look back at the problem. The new amount is the 630 milligrams. It was 700 milligrams of salt, and now it was reduced to 630. So that's my new amount. So we have 630 minus my old amount, which was 700. And then finally, this is all over the old amount, which again was 700. So the biggest thing in this problem is you got to make sure that you know what the new amount and the old amount is. You also need to know the little formula that we use to solve this. So now that we have our formula and we plugged in the numbers in the right spot, now we're just going to subtract 630 minus 700, which is negative 70, over our initial 700, that was our old amount. Now we just need to divide these two, so we have negative 70 divided by 700, which is going to be negative 0.1. Now if you notice, this answer is not a percent, but the whole point of this problem was to find the percent increase or decrease. So we need to take this decimal and we need to change it to a percent. So negative 0.1. If we want to change a decimal to a percent, we have to move the decimal 2 places to the right. So 0.1 actually becomes 10%, and we have a 10% decrease. The reason why it's a decrease, well, we know in the problem it tells us it's a decrease, but also when we solved our little formula, we got a negative decimal. That right there tells us it's a percent decrease. So new minus old over old, that is our little formula we use to solve this problem. And then you have to just make sure to plug in the right numbers in for the right new and the right old. If your decimal you get is negative, we know it's a decrease. If we were to solve this and get a decimal that was a positive number, then we would know that it would be an increase.